Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
And that helps your.
I have it's a new booklet. Oh, no, no.
Oh, you have a new booklet?
No, I
No, I
have
have
to.
to.
It's
It's
almost
almost
full.
full.
Let me
Let me
see.
see.
Oh,
Oh,
I
I
have
have
here
here
some
some
space.
space.
Okay.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. We
So,
are
11:27.
11:27.
Okay.
Okay.
what we are and what we are not.
Okay.
Okay.
So, if we have 100% clarity of what we are and what we are not, if I add one more word, subjective level. If I am aware, who am I? Even I may not know now, but I am fully aware what I am not. That knowledge is settled in the intellect, and that is the journey of a higher seeker in finding the real self. Why we study Eastern wisdom? We study Eastern wisdom to study ourselves. Now, see, when we say we study Eastern wisdom to study ourselves, it means we are now directly entering into the lab, laboratory research. The lab is the world outside. You know what happens in science? First you study the theory and then you go to the lab, then you work with those chemicals, for example, in a chemistry lab, then you see the reaction, you note it down, and ultimately you have a conclusion that hydrochloride, hydrochloric acid works like this, sulfuric acid works like this. So here it is direct. You study the Eastern wisdom to study yourself. It is direct. The lab is here and now. What it means? It means so simple. Are you listening to me? Yes. So now the lab work starts. I'm listening through my ears, and the mind is processing the information. Now, question is, in order to be a seeker, I have to find out whether I am my ears and eyes and the mind or not. So I simply become aware. I'm not my eyes, I'm not my ears, and I'm not my mind. That is the job of a higher seeker. Instant aware. No. So my lab work also starts the moment you start listening. It is not. That is why we say the mindfulness or meditation is an effortless journey for those who are the highest level of a seeker. One, or those who have a past impressions like the Buddha. Buddha went into the street of his kingdom. He saw the old man. He asked, "Oh, will I also become old?" Uh, the horse car driver says, "Yes, your father told me not to say you, but now you have seen, so I have to tell you the truth." Oh, I will also die, he saw the dead man. So in India, the dead man, when he is highly respected, the four people carry that dead man on a bamboo platform. So he was saying that, why he is sleeping and giving a trouble to the four people. No, he is no more. What do you mean by he is no more? He is dead. What do you mean by the dead? So, because of his past impression, we all have the same question, but it has indelible impact on his mind. If that is the end journey of my life, then what is the purpose of life? Even though he became a seeker after these four incidents, but it took him another 6 years to reach to that state. 6 years of austerity and penance, because impressions, I have to purify the mind. Even if I am a great seeker, past impressions and the impurities of the mind will return again and again and will cause lot of challenges. Now, come back. Same topic. I said study Eastern wisdom to study yourself. What to study yourself? The first thing that I have to separate. I have to separate where in my mind, not physically. How can you separate a physical body with your mind? No, it has to be done in the mind with the mental awareness, by thinking, by contemplating, and by reflecting. So you have reflected, the lab is here, and knowledge is here. So there is no theory and practice are separated in Eastern wisdom. It is done simultaneously. I know you. See another example. You know me. So there are two things. I know you. For me, I am is there who knows you, and you are the known. So Master says, whatever is known is the object, and who knows is the subject. Knower and the known, seer and the seen. Just now, for you, I am the object, and you are the subject. Subject means the knower, seer. That is why you say that I know you. It means you are a knower. I see you. Yes, you are a seer. And then who I am. In that relationship, I am the seen. You are the seer. I am the object. You are the subject. You are the knower. I am the known. So it is very clear in science that objective world and its phenomena, the mind in modern science focus on the world outside. Mars, moon, stars, what is this earth, what is the diameter, from where the equator goes, they are more or less totally focused on the known, the objective world. That is why we say the science is focused on the objective reality. But in Eastern wisdom, we say who is knowing the earth. Okay, this is the earth, it's okay. But who is the knower inside? And if the knower, if knower is not perfect, it will have a wrong perception and the wrong knowledge. I give you an example. 100, you can count on maybe around 100 years ago, the science said about the matter that it consists of small particles, which is known as atom. Another 20 years passed. They said no, atom can further be divided into particles, electron, proton, and neutron. Now you see the problem with the knower. The first knower knows that the matter consists of small particles, which is known as atom. After 20 years, they said, no, it is also consists of the particles, which is known as the electron, proton, and neutron. Ask any scientist. Was electron, proton, and neutron were not present 100 years ago? Yes, it was present. So I was living in ignorance. I did not know it. Are you getting it? Another 50 years have passed. They said, no, no, everything is energy. Einstein came of your Princeton University. So now I have three knowledge. Matter consists of small particles, electron, proton, and neutron. Second and third is matter is nothing but the energy. Which one is very near to the truth? It is energy. So before that, I have a wrong notion. That is why I have a wrong notion that I'm the body, I'm the mind, I'm the intellect, I'm the ego. So we have to move step by step. That is the journey. But what is the fun of finding what I am not and what I am? Our master says the moment you recognize and realize that you are the real self of the nature of peace, happiness, love, truth, and wisdom, what is going to happen? You will undergo an instant transformation. What is that transformation? I gave you few understanding. You will recognize and realize that you are not worthy of suffering. No, but I have a pain and I have emotional attachment. Oh, that belongs to what you are not. That belongs to the body, mind, intellect, ego, behavior, attitude, past impression. And you are none of them. So the more and more you are aware that I'm not worthy of suffering, it is only the body, mind, intellect, ego, thought, feeling, emotions, past impression, they have created a false I. That false I is suffering. Formula is very clear. But yes, we need a lot of contemplation and reflection. Who will search who you are? You have to search. So not only when intellectually even we are 100% clear what I am not. So what I am not, so we should remember all the time that I'm not the physical body, I'm not the subtle body, I'm not the causal body. I'm not the waker, I'm not the sleeper, I'm not the dreamer. I'm not the five sense organs, I'm not the five motor organs, which gets associated with the mind and then it creates a wrong perception. I get into the trouble. I'm not the physical body. Now you see here the master uses another simple reason. What I said, I know you. So it means I know you, you are N. Whatever I know is separate from you. So N is separate from me. Is it clear? Simple logic. I know computer is separate from me. I know phone is separate from me. I know the light, I know the house, I know my brother, I know my sister, I know my kids. They all are separate from me. So from there, the master concluded the known cannot be the known. Knower cannot be the known. Seer cannot be the seen. Did you understand? For you, I am the knower. So that knower cannot be the end, cannot be the known. For you, you are the knower, I am the known. So the end cannot be the Girish. Simple logic. Simple logic. Simple. So I have to just maintain the aware. The lab work continues. So now what is the operating principle? There we have to reflect on what is the operating principle. The knower cannot be the known. I see a donkey. I know the donkey. It means I am not the donkey. Why? I see them separate. Clear? I know. Do I know the body? Yes, I know the body. It means I'm not the body. I know the sense organs. Yes, I know all the five sense organs. I'm not the five sense organs. We are understanding. Okay. What about motor organs? I know them. I'm not the motor organs. I know the mind. Yes, I know the mind. Mind gets upset. Mind gets into anxiety. Mind receives the pleasure. Yes, I know the mind. So I'm not the mind. I'm not the intellect. I'm not the false I. So from that operating principle, we conclude that whatever I know about myself is not what I am. I always know about myself. I don't know who am I. Do you see that? it's it's a little deeper than Einstein's theory of relativity. Simple. You sit down and say, "Do I know my house?" Yes. Okay. So is a house me? Then the mind will create a doubt. No, but this house is mine. No, no. I'm saying that is you and your house is one? No. It is my house. My house is not me. My car is not me. Same way, my body is not me. Not me means I'm not the body. I'm not the mind. I'm not the sense organs. I'm not the motor organs. Oh, I know the thought of anxiety. Yes, because I know it. So I'm not the thought of anxiety. Why I get into anxiety? But then I have to solve this puzzle. That still I get into anxiety, reaction, and duality. From where it comes? You made it very clear. I understand that you made it very clear that I know the house, so house is not me. Applied. It is my car, but I'm not the car. Very good. But, but what? But I have a thought of anxiety and I'm into anxiety. So what happened? I express that, I am into anxiety. So it means I know the anxiety. So I should not be anxiety. But I feel it. Why? Why? Where this your operating principle has gone? Simple answer. Master gives you the knower and the known mix due to ignorance. They appear together due to ignorance. I had a thought of anxiety. I become aware. I know. So that I and the thought of anxiety mix up together. It's a mixture. So the knower and the known are mixed. And because of this mixture, I fall into ignorance, means incomplete knowledge, and incomplete knowledge causes the delusion, and the delusion causes the foolishness. In that foolishness, that vanity, that false I declares, "Oh, I'm into anxiety, what should I do?" Fact is that mind experiences the anxiety. I never experience the anxiety, reaction, tension, depression. And because I'm not the mind, how can I have an anxiety? You have to think of it again and again, again and again and again. But why? The master says, apply the liberate principle. Here comes the attachment. Attachment means that I, knower, is attached to the known, the knower. Whenever I say it is my car, my mind falsely attribute that car that as if I am the car. Falsely attribute to my house as if I am the house. Falsely attribute that I am the body. I am the mind, I am the intellect, I am all the thoughts that is coming to me. But the fact is that it is a mixture. Why it is a mixture? I have taken the known as a knower and the knower as a known. What it means? Simple meaning. It's my car. And I say you, no, it's you. How crazy you are. How it can be me? It's my car. I am a possessor of the car. The possessor is always different and separate from the possession. Is it not? So I'm the possessor of the body, but I'm not the body. I'm the possessor of 5 sense organs, but I'm not. I'm the possessor of 5 motor organs, but I'm not. I'm not the 5 sense organs. I'm not the 5 motor organs. I'm not the mind. I'm not the intellect. Then who am I? So the mind reaches to the highest state of awareness and it recognizes that, oh, I'm the pure consciousness. This is a puzzle master gives. Oh, you have an earring? Beautiful. Golden earring? Yes. You have a gold necklace? Yes. Give me the necklace. Keep your gold to yourself. You see what I said? Give me your necklace and keep the gold with you. Gold did not change. Gold did not change. You bring all the necklace, earring, nose pin, melt it. Again, it is the gold. Gold is gold. No, then what about the earring, necklace, and the nose pin? Oh, they are name in the form. But if you say that when you melt it, the necklace merges into the gold. Oh, extract the necklace from the gold. Can you extract it? No. Oh, it simply appears and is not true. That is delusion. So I take all the name in the form as the real. But the fact is that no name in the form is real. What is how we define the real? The unreal or false that appears real in present, it did not exist in the past, it will not exist in the future. This name and the form, which is known as the body mind complex, was it present 66 years ago? No. It is present today. Will it be continue to be present after a few years? No. So when you have no, yes, no, it is false. And how can I be false? So then who am I? I'm the real self of the nature of peace, happiness, love, truth, and wisdom. Apply the same principle. No, yes, no. Today I'm into anxiety. Yesterday you had anxiety? No. Yes. Will you continue to have anxiety in the future? No. No, yes, no, false. Then what about the real? The real continues to exist. That is the ultimate cause of our existence. And that is, now how can you say, oh, but I'm born from my parents. Oh, so your parents infuse the consciousness in you. No, that's a puzzle. No, it was already present. How come? The gold was already present. You have converted into a shape which is known as a necklace, earring, and nose pin. So this name in the form, which is known as the Girish Jha, did not exist. It is existing. It will not exist also in the future. But who am I? Real I will continue to exist. Now, how can you say? Master gives another metaphor. 9/11, the Twin Towers were destroyed. It did not exist before, then it was built, and then it is destroyed. So there is a continuous change. Very good. What you want to say? Did the space change? So take an example and work on it constantly. Take a cup of a coffee that you drink. When it is empty, look at the empty space of the coffee cup. And now you move the coffee cup from your living room to the kitchen and find out if the space has changed. The space is the same. You cannot change the space. But then, why I have a false notion? I see the empty space in the cup. Come on, the space is also outside. So we have a wrong notion. As I move the cup from one place to the other, I have a wrong notion. The space also moves. The space does not move. Come on. The gold does not move even if you convert into a necklace or a gold coin or a nose pin. That is the essence, the essential nature. That is, I am of the nature of real self, of the nature of peace, happiness, love, truth, and wisdom. Did you find 1 5 ounce of gold converted into a necklace? Do you find any change in the weight? No, nothing changes. But my mind perceives, and it creates a delusion, it projects. And that very projection causes the delusion. I start believing this necklace is real. Gold is real. Come on, how the necklace can be real? Water is real in waves. The space is real in all the homes and the skyscrapers. Why? The space did not change. The space existed before, now also existed, it will continue to exist. Same way, my real self, it existed before, it will continue to exist, and it is existing now. Only difference that it existed with this name and the form. Same way the gold existed in the name and the form of a necklace. I am the real self. So liberate principle will help us to get rid of the attachment, delusion, foolishness. But I tend to forget these principles. Yes, that is why the master says continue to repeat the Shanti mantra every day in the morning, during the day, and also before going to sleep. Sarve bhavantu sukhina. Let everyone be happy. Let these thoughts reverberate in your mind. Why? We are not studying any religion, cult, and dogma. I'm not preaching you. Preaching means that, oh, believe God is there. No, we are analyzing, we are understanding, we want to know the cause and effect relationship, the way the science works. Why? Because I was given an intellect, so I should find out. Eastern wisdom is highly rational. It demands a clear understanding. So what happens? I was saying yes. So now see, why you insist on repeating the Shanti mantra? Oh, yeah, that was our question. Why you say that? Why you say the regular practice? Why it is required? I have understood it. The master answers beautifully. Pay attention. I wake up in the morning. My mind perceives the object, people, events, time of the name and the form. Name and the form. This is house, this is monitor, this is Anne, this is my son, this is my. You see, everywhere the mind is totally polluted by the objective world of the name and the form. But the real self is nameless and formless. It is consciousness. It is like the space. Because your mind forgets in the world of the name and the form, so I have to remind my mind who you are. That is why we have to do the Shanti mantra.
Okay.
Do you see that? The moment you say, oh, yes, hello, how are you? You are addressing the name and the form. You are not addressing the real nature, the consciousness. I'm addressing Anne with the name and the form. I'm not addressing the consciousness. So hence my mind should remind itself. That is why the Buddha says mindfulness is self-remembering.
This one?
Self-remembering.
Oh, self-remember. Okay.
He defines simple. He said, what you have to do, what practice you have to do for self-remembering, no practice is required. I have to remember that I am of the nature of real self. But then the mind does not take it, absorb it easily. So we have to do the Shanti mantra regularly during the day, whenever I remember. Why? Because in the midst of the necklace, earring, nose, in the midst of the objective reality of the name and the form, at least my mind should remember that I'm of the nature of the consciousness. Because if I don't remember, then I get immersed into this world of name and the form. Immersion means ignorance. Ignorance means incomplete knowledge. Incomplete knowledge means projection. Projection means delusion. Delusion leads to foolishness. So I start thinking, speaking, and acting out to the foolishness, I'm already suffering. Master says, once you break all the entire chain, you bring an end to the suffering. So again, go to all the masters. Buddha said it directly. Mindfulness is nothing but self-remembering. But out of the eightfold noble path, the self-remembering or mindfulness is the seventh path, seventh of the eightfold noble path. So what people do, they ignore the sixth path, they directly go to the seventh, and then they don't get anything. Or whatever, they get a little bit of relaxation in the studio, and when they return home, and they already have their craziness in the mind about the name and the form in the house, who is your husband and a wife, and you enter into stress. So we misunderstand the journey of mindfulness or meditation. It is just self remembering. It is just self remembering. So we have to apply, that is why we discussed, we have to apply the liberate principle, we have to apply the Shanti. Any Shanti mantra will do, any Shanti mantra, or whatever you like. So even during the day when you are in the kitchen, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, oh, let everyone be happy. Why I'm cooking the food? Yes, one main reason is happiness. That is the food I'm cooking. I'm not cooking the other food that I dislike. Oh, it's okay. It is because of the happiness. But the happiness is my nature. It is not in the recipe. That once you remember. Oh, my friend is coming. Very good. You see the different applications of the Shanti mantra. My friend is coming. So you don't be conscious, what I have to do with it. Only I have to maintain my awareness that let me express my thought, speech, and action in relationship to my friend out of happiness. Let me communicate out of peace. Why? Because peace is my nature. We think, what I should do. That guy is crooked, that guy is bad, or that guy is intelligent, or that guy is. Forget about all those. These are the creations of the mind. If you are communicating your thought, speech, and action in relationship to anyone, either the highly crooked or the highly intelligent, you're deeper inside, it is coming out of the peace and happiness. Where is the problem? There is no problem at all. So you can go along with anyone in the world. Why? Because happiness is my essential nature. I'm not so cheap. I'm using the word to make you understand. I'm not so cheap that I disturb my happiness because of you. so, so what happens? There is no event that dictate me, that influence me in my life. Yes. So I transcend all the limitations. Why? Because I have declared I am not the body and the mind. Body and the mind is influenced and dictated by the outer event of time and the place. When I say I am 70 years old, what I am referring to the time and the object. This object, body is an object, by the measurement of human time, I say I am 70 years old, but you are not the body, then how many years old you are? How old is consciousness? How many years the consciousness is now? Tell me. Even you forget. How many years your mind is? Do you know the birth of the mind? No, I don't know. I know only about the body, but I'm not the body. If I'm not the body, it means I'm unborn? Yes. When I'm unborn. Really? Yes. I'm consciousness. I'm the space. The space existed before the clay pot was formed.
Right.
The consciousness existed before this body is formed. Look at it. See how our masters puts the logic. Oh yes, this seems to be the fact. The consciousness is ever present. And if I'm the consciousness, I'm unborn. Very good. Yes, I agree with you that I'm unborn. So if I'm unborn, I never die. So there is no fear of death. Then there is no fear of death. Oh, you are making me crazy. No, you are crazy because you have fear of death. You are frustrated. You are already crazy. Why you are crazy? Because you are in delusion that you die. That is your craziness. I have to remove that craziness by studying the Eastern wisdom. Why I have to study the Eastern wisdom? Study the Eastern wisdom to study yourself. Do you see the beauty of this journey? And the moment you start feeling, as if I'm free. I'm free from the prison. It is such a beautiful journey that you cannot prevent yourself laughing inside. Oh, this is what it is. I'm just caught up in the prison of limitations that I was born. Now I'm 60 or 70 or 90 years old, and there are only a few days left. Come on, I'm unborn. Why am I unborn? Because I'm not the body, I'm not the mind.
Because I'm not.
I'm unborn, I'm not born.
That's right. I have one question.
Yes.
What is the definition for consciousness?
That is what, consciousness is the real self. It is the ultimate cause of the entire universe, cosmos. One, it is all pervading. Two, it is eternal. Three, eternal means that it continues in the past, present, and the future. Past, present, and the future is the creation of the mind. It has nothing to do with the consciousness.
Yeah.
Another definition, that it cannot be objectified. What does that mean? It cannot become the object. What it means? That I know the monitor, but I am not the monitor. So the moment I say I am the monitor, I have objectified this consciousness. Objectified means I identify with some object. See the other way. Monitor, I know you. Does the monitor also say that I know you? No. It is unconscious, it is matter, it is inert. So if the monitor starts saying that I also know you, then there is a problem, which never happens. When I say, and how are you? My mind, my sense organ is looking more at the body, referring you as a name in the form. So anything with the name in the form is an object, and I cannot become an object.
No.
So that is another there are 6 main definitions of consciousness. The science is very clear. They are not very clear. They are confused. They also confuse people. They say, oh, the seat of the consciousness is the brain, then the seat of the consciousness is the back part of the brain, front part of the brain. They have lot of it is brain and mind are the same. They have lot of problems there. So we need not to study those confused.
I mean, you could say consciousness is God.
Yes.
But the thing is, it's a.
Let me
People interpret what is God.
No, let me put a word into your mouth. The way the consciousness is defined and explained as modern science has nothing to do with the consciousness understood and recognized and realized in Eastern wisdom.
Yeah.
So once we are clear that it is not the product of the mind and the brain, if it is the product of the brain is a gray matter, we say. So it means I can create the consciousness by a smartphone. Not possible. Not possible.
No. Yeah.
So it means that their postulation, their hypothesis is wrong. So now we say the God is all pervading. God is the truth, and it says the God is eternal. Just take three definitions. What is the meaning of the truth and the real? It existed before, it exists now, it will continue to exist. Consciousness existed before, it exists now, it will continue to exist. That is the truth. But if it exists in all the time, it is eternal. But if it is the truth and the eternal, then it is also all pervading. God is all pervading. So we are talking of that God, of the nature of the consciousness. But in the beginning, we cannot recognize God, that consciousness. So every religion had their personal God of name in the form, or Jesus, or Krishna, or Buddha, or Muhammad. So Eastern wisdom says you call it by any name. Name doesn't matter. Behind the name in the form of a Jesus, it is only one consciousness, that is God. So you are addressing the God as a consciousness which is represented by Jesus, represented by Krishna, represented by the Buddha, represented by the Muhammad, represented by the Moses. Because we have already made it clear, no object of the name in the form is real. It is constantly changing. So how can we fit in here? So simple. Did the Jesus die? Yes. Krishna died? Yes. Rama died? Yes. Buddha died? Yes. Who died? Body and body. Not the consciousness present there. Consciousness remains the same. So the same consciousness has one overcoat, looks like Jesus, second overcoat look like Buddha, third overcoat look like Krishna. That is the difference. So difference in the outer world, not the difference at the ultimate level, ultimate cause level. And if that happens, so once we recognize, means now I recognize that I am not the real self of the nature of peace and happiness, love, truth, and wisdom. So I have removed my ignorance of my real nature. So I continue to live and express that nature through body, mind, intellect, and ego, through my instruments. They are the instruments of the consciousness. Car is an instrument for travel, kitchen utensils, or the machines they are also instrument. So the body is an instrument that manifests consciousness, mind, intellect, sense organs, ego. They all appears to exist because of the consciousness. Do you say my eyes is 20/20? Yes, 20/20. Can you see very clearly? Yes, I can see very clearly. Okay, let me withdraw the consciousness. Can you see? You cannot hear without that ultimate cause of consciousness. You cannot listen, you cannot see, you cannot think, you cannot work. So what is the ultimate cause? Is the consciousness. That is the real self. So who am I? I'm the real self. So it means I'm not the body. Yes, I'm not the body. So if I'm not the body, then I'm unborn. Yes, if I'm unborn, then there is no I don't die. Let me declare I don't die. Finished. No, you have not to declare in the society outside. I have to declare within myself in the field of awareness. So when I declare that I don't die, oh my goodness. And that is the journey of, you see that. Yeah, we will continue. So we have what we have. We have covered the first verse, and then because I wanted you to give an introduction to the second verse by this master, so that is why I thought to give you an introduction. And then we will go into the second verse. This master only in 31 verses, you simply study, understand, raise 1 million doubts, and then solve it. This master solves all the doubts. When all the doubts are gone, your intellect is free from the past inhibitions and the past memories and the fear and the frustration. Then what happens? You realize that I'm the real self of the nature of peace, happiness, love,